Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
School districts in 4 counties will reap a windfall thanks to legislation signed by the governor on Tuesday. Sam Pratt's law is now the law in Missouri. Plus, one area college sees a slight decline in enrollment as another continues to grow. All of these stories, and are we due for a good soaking rainstorm this weekend?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins, and here are the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. School districts in Iron, Reynolds, Jefferson, and Washington counties will receive a windfall from the Doe Run Settlement Agreement civil penalty. That's thanks to Senate Bill 599, which Governor Jay Nixon signed into law on Tuesday. State Representative Paul Fitzwater handled the bill in the House. Originally, the penalty from the Doe Run Company's settlement would have gone into the state's foundation formula, giving the districts only a portion of the money. But Fitzwater got legislation passed allowing the districts to receive all of the money due them with no deduction in their state funding.
The schools down in Jefferson, Washington, Reynolds, and Iron County are going to be able to keep that money and still get their state aid in the fall. And I'm very, very pleased. Probably in my first 2 years in office, that might be one of the biggest things that I've been able to do, because some of those schools are going to get almost $800,000.
Fitzwater considers the legislation allowing school districts to keep money designated for them among his highest significant accomplishments in his first term. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. Dustin, what's on tap?
Currently right now here in Southeast Missouri, temperatures are on the warm side, but not too bad out there. 87 right now in Cape Girardeau, 89 from St. Genevieve through Fredericktown, and 88 right now in Ironton. We're in the mid to upper 80s, some lower 90s out there, and we're going to continue to be on the warm side this evening. Partly sunny skies at 7 p.m., 88 degrees, 82 by 9. And 76 by midnight. I'll give you more details on the forecast that includes some showers and thunderstorms. All those details coming up later in weather.
About 9:30 Wednesday morning, fire crews were called to a fire on Highway 32 in Park Hills in a wooded area just east of the Missouri State Mines. Now, once fire crews arrived at the scene, they noticed that there were power lines down and that it was not just one fire, but several fires. Ameren, Missouri spokesperson Kent Martin says that it was quickly determined that the cause of the fire was from copper theft.
Apparently some thieves tried to steal some copper from one of our power lines, and in the process the line was dropped and sparked a small series of fires in the area. It does run along one of our 34 kilovolt lines, so there is a lot of electricity going through that line.
Since power lines were involved, Martin says that Ameren, Missouri had not heard any issues of outages as power was quickly reverted. Crews at the scenes got the fires quickly under control. Sam Pratt's law is now the law in Missouri. House Bill 1323, sponsored by Representative Linda Black, was signed by Governor Jay Nixon on Tuesday. Now, the law grants judges the authority to forbid daycare providers from continuing to care for children for compensation while they are facing criminal charges for the abuse, neglect, or death of a child. When Sam's aunt, Debbie Thrasher, visited the 18 Eyewitness News studios in Farmington, she told us after finally seeing the law become a reality after the long struggle to get it passed made a significant impact on her.
It's made me realize that your voice does matter and your vote counts. We had a lot of people call and email, thousands of people. And that's why I was so happy it went through, because it showed all them people that their vote does count.
A celebration commemorating the passage of Sam Pratt's law will take place Saturday afternoon from 5 until 7 at the Farmington VFW. Mineral Area College is seeing a slight decline in enrollment for the coming fall semester. President Stephen Kurtz points to the impact of the economy.
But what we're seeing here at the college is our students, just like I did and just like you did when we went to school, we like to work. And so given a choice between taking more classes and working, usually our students like to work more.
Dr. Kurtz says there are a number of factors why students would rather work than attend classes full-time.
Time's on their side. They're relatively young. They're able to, if it takes an extra year or two, they're going to go ahead and do it and work and support a family if they can. And what we're seeing is that just recently there's more opportunity for part-time work available for our students, and so they're just not going to take fewer classes. That's it.
Now, in tomorrow's report, Dr. Kurtz will discuss the progress of construction at the Park Hills campus. Meanwhile, enrollment continues to increase at Three Rivers College in Poplar Bluff. Director of Student Services, Marcia Fields, says the school is projecting growth of about 10 to 15% in enrollment this fall.
We still have room for students. We encourage students to still come to school to apply. We're going to get them in the classes that they need to get into, enroll in classes, and to be able to start this fall.
While Fields notes the economy has forced some students to stay closer to home to get their basic classes, she attributes Three Rivers' remarkable growth over the last few years to their innovative approach to education.
We're projecting and doing great things in Southeast Missouri for the last couple of years, and people want to come here because of all of the innovative things that we're doing and the student service that we provide and the one-on-one attention.
Fields says Three Rivers outreach centers in Dexter, Sykeston, Malden, and Kennett have also boosted the college's enrollment by bringing classes closer to students. Coming up next on 18 Eyewitness News, Ameren, Missouri is working with the Missouri National Guard to help military families. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day and 6 months same as cash financing. No hassle leasing and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customer. In Doniphan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance.
Sing a song about the Heartland. Sing a song about my life.
Oh, the blood of Jesus washes. Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Ameren, Missouri is working with the Missouri National Guard to help military families with their energy bills. Vice President of Energy Delivery Dave Wakeman tells 18 Eyewitness News the program will offer 400 families a $500 credit on their energy bills. Wakeman outlines who can receive that credit.
Really, all they have to do is be any member of all branches of the military living within the Ameren, Missouri service territory are eligible for this energy assistance.
Wakeman says the program is Ameren's way to say thank you to the men and women of the armed forces.
I mean, we know that when they're involved in protecting our country and our freedom, that there's hardships that are placed on their families, financial burdens, other kind of hardships. And so we want to have this program to specifically help with the financial burden.
Wakeman says eligible families can call the Missouri National Guard Family Program Office at 573-638-9500, extension 7681 to apply. A Bonne Terre man is facing charges of assault and involuntary manslaughter in connection with a fatal accident almost 1 year ago. Last week, 22-year-old Nathaniel Roberts waived his arraignment before Washington County Associate Circuit Judge Troy Hyde. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, last August 7th, Roberts was traveling eastbound on Route CC about 2 miles east of Cannon Mines Road just before 4 in the morning. Now, authorities say Roberts was traveling at a high rate of speed when he lost control of his truck. The vehicle overturned, ejecting 3 of the occupants before coming to rest on the south side of the road. 18-year-old Dustin Goforth died from injuries resulting from that accident, while 3 other passengers were seriously injured. Roberts is out of jail on a $30,000 bond. A Williamsville man will spend 15 years in a federal prison for unlawful possession of a firearm. 33-year-old Tommy James Perry was sentenced Tuesday on charges stemming from an incident last June 15th. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Perry was involved in an altercation with a man in Williamsville. Shortly after midnight, Perry returned to the man's home with 2 guns and fired shots at his residence. Perry received the 15-year sentence as an armed career criminal under federal law because he had previously been convicted of 3 or more violent felonies. Well, still to come on 18 Eyewitness News, some people swear by the health benefits of rare exotic berries, but could cheaper, more common varieties be just as healthy? Well, that's next in today's Your Health.
Thunderstorms are on the way for southeast Missouri. I have all the details coming up next in weather.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. We do have some showers and thunderstorms that are going to be in the area tomorrow. Let's take a look at our weather headlines. And as I was saying, we're going to start seeing those develop tomorrow. They're going to last through the weekend, and temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s to lower 90s for the most part. And we're just going to get some relief from this heat that we saw a couple weeks ago, and we're going to continue to see those showers last at least through the weekend, like I said, into early next week. Here in southeast Missouri, temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s, 87 right now in Cape Girardeau, 87 in Piedmont, 90 right now in Festus, 89 in St. Genevieve and Fredericktown, 88 in Ellington, and here at the station we have a current temperature of 91 degrees under a partly sunny sky. Feels like 91 out there with current 2.56, 29% humidity, and an east wind at 6 miles per hour. Like I said, we're going to see sunshine for the most part tomorrow, but a chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow here in southeast Missouri. The further south you go, though, a better chance like in Poplar Bluff and Piedmont. So for tonight, we'll see mostly clear skies, partly cloudy skies as much as it will be. 69 for your overnight low, light to variable winds, temperatures in the 60s, 65 in Festus, 66 in St. Genevieve, 64 in Ironton, 65 in Ellington, Van Buren, 63, and 67 in Poplar Bluff. Wherever you are, low 60s to upper 60s for your overnight lows. Then tomorrow, we're going to see temperature around 93 degrees here. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. The further south you go, where temperatures are a little bit cooler, that's where we're going to see the greater chance of showers and thunderstorms. The further north you go, the less chance of thunderstorms and warmer temperatures. The next several days are looking like this here in southeast Missouri. Plenty of thunderstorms are possible for your daytime on Friday. High of 89, 89 and chance of showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Sunday, we could see another chance of showers and thunderstorms, high of 91, 95 on Monday with partly sunny skies, 96 on Tuesday with partly sunny skies and a good chance of showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, about a 60% chance with a high of 93. And another look at our weekend forecast, chance of showers and thunderstorms both Saturday and Sunday, upper 80s for daytime highs on Saturday and lower 90s for Sunday. That's check of your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details are located at froggy96online.com. Just click on the weather tab. Fred, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Dustin. You know, it seems like every few months there's a new fad fruit in the supermarket, one that comes from exotic places and toots of impressive health benefits. And are there any better, cheaper, common fruits to substitute? For some answers, cancer researchers put 7 different types of berries to the test, and Clark Powell shows us what they found.
Say ah.
After surviving a bout with throat cancer, Jim Sikowski gladly volunteered for a study to help find ways to keep it from coming back. His assignment is to eat suckers made from black raspberries for 2 years while doctors monitor his progress.
The thing that got me most interested was the fact that it had potential as a preventative. Not as a cure, but as a preventative.
Scientists chose black raspberries for a reason. They may not always be plentiful at the store, but they are potent in the laboratory, especially in limiting the growth and spread of esophageal cancer.
However, the public has had difficulty at times of the year obtaining black raspberries, and they've asked me whether other berry types might also be cancer preventive.
So Dr. Gary Stoner of Ohio State's Comprehensive Cancer Center decided to find out. He took black raspberries and more exotic varieties like acai, noni, and wolfberries and compared them to ordinary blueberries, strawberries, and red raspberries. After turning them into freeze-dried powder and mixing them into the diets of rodents, even he was surprised by what he found.
It appears that they all have some cancer preventive potential, and that there may not be nothing magical, if you will, about black raspberries, that other berry types are also effective.
That was good news not only to Jim, but to anyone who wants to add lower cost, high impact berries to their diets. Things like strawberries and blueberries are available in most places most of the year and appear to pack the same punch as more exotic and expensive berries. At Ohio State's Comprehensive Cancer Center, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Scientists say the results are preliminary but promising. Next, they want to test each of the berries to see which one can offer the most cancer protection with the least amount of consumption. Coming up in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, is it a last resort, something to be embarrassed about, or a healthy decision? The merits of marriage counseling on today's Focus on the Family.
I'm Stacy Johnson. It's almost halfway through the year. Are you halfway to the goals you set back in January? If not, maybe it's time for a little financial fine-tuning. Steps just ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment with a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through, or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit. When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
In our last Focus on the Family, Dr. Bill Meyer introduced us to a couple whose marriage was saved by counseling. In today's segment, he answers the question, exactly who should see a counselor?
How are you two doing? What's been happening since your last visit here?
Tim and Susie are seeing a marriage counselor.
You might assume it's because they have big problems, but you'd be wrong.
Dysfunctional people go to counseling, and everybody's dysfunctional. I mean, none of us can get out of that one. None of us had perfect parents, perfect upbringings, or perfect lives now.
For your physical health, most people are willing to go to a family doctor, get a checkup just to make sure that everything's going okay. It's a sense of reassurance, it's a sense of catching problems before you even knew they were there.
Most of us don't like to admit when we're wrong or acknowledge there are areas in which we need to grow. But giving your marriage routine checkups can help you work through small problems before they become big ones.
And the counseling just helped us to find out what was beneath the surface, what was down there, festering, issues that hadn't been resolved.
Even though your relationship may not be in a lot of trouble, it's important to understand that the counselor doesn't have a magic wand, and even routine checkups require you to do the work.
If you went to a personal trainer, you wouldn't expect them to get your body in shape. You'd expect them to tell you what work you need to do to get your body in shape, but you've got to do it. And it's the same way with counseling. A counselor will guide you, and if you don't want to do the work, then you're wasting your money because it's just you've got to be more committed to fixing the marriage than the counselor is.
I believe every married couple can benefit from counseling because none of us have perfect lives or had perfect parents. So don't be afraid to ask for help. It can avoid big relationship headaches down the road. For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, you can always visit FocusOnTheFamilyTV.com. While it may seem like New Year's Eve wasn't that long ago, but we're already half through 2012. And are you on track to meet your goals? Here's money expert Stacy Johnson with a quick mid-year financial checkup.
Remember back on New Year's Eve when you made those money-related resolutions?
Well, it's mid-year. Maybe it's time to do a little fine-tuning on the family finances.
Step 1, goal review. Whether it's beefing up your savings, destroying some debt, or making a down payment on a house, you should always have some specific goals. If you don't, make some. If you do, now's the time to see if you're on track. Now's also a good time to look at your investments. Go over your most recent statements, see what's up or down. Do you have the right mix of stocks, bonds, and cash?
Step 3, spend a few minutes on retirement. How's that 401k going at work or that 403b? Are you putting in enough money to get the maximum match from your employer? How is it invested? Time to take a look. And also, don't forget, you might be able to open up an IRA, save even more.
Then there's taxes. Life changes like marriage, new babies, raises, pay cuts, all can radically affect your tax picture. Look at a recent pay stub and check your withholdings. If you're having too much or too little withheld, ask your employer for a W-4 and adjust it. Idea number 4, if you haven't done it lately, pull your credit history at annualcreditreport.com. Give it a quick once-over. Look for errors everywhere, from your Social Security number to the account numbers. Got borrowing plans soon? Might want to take a look at your credit score too. And finally, if you're paying medical expenses with an FSA or flexible spending account, remember, if you don't use that, you're going to lose it at year end. You should have drained half of it by now.
Well, there you go. 6 quick steps to fine-tune those finances. Doesn't take a lot of time, so set aside a little and get it done. And if you're looking for ideas to stay afloat and get ahead, they're waiting right here at MoneyTalksNews.com. I'm Stacy Johnson.
And as Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to MoneyTalksNews.com.
And coming up in sports, the National League All-Stars give Tony La Russa one final victory. Could the Cardinals add an All-Star closer to their roster? And the Blues re-sign Jamie Langenbrunner. These stories and more coming up in sports on 18 Eyewitness News.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-587-7095.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News, with Jeremy Martin.
The National League All-Stars sent former Cardinals manager Tony La Russa into retirement on a high note with an 8-0 victory in the All-Star game Tuesday night. La Russa managing by mandate of baseball commissioner Bud Selig, even though he officially retired after the Cardinals won the World Series championship last year, put the final touch on his career by becoming the first manager to win an All-Star game in both leagues. Cardinal players got together for a run in the fourth inning when Rafael Furcal tripled with 2 outs and scored on Matt Holliday's RBI single. Furcal also played solid defense, starting 2 double plays. While trade deadline speculation had the Cardinals looking for starting pitching, perhaps a closer is in their future. San Diego's Houston Street, the Padres' lone representative for the All-Star game, has been the subject of trade speculation. As it happens, the Padres had a representative at Busch Stadium this past week, and a Padres scout will be observing one of the Cardinals' top minor league affiliates this week. Neither the Padres nor the Cardinals have confirmed trade talks. Street has 13 saves and a 1.13 ERA for the Padres this season and has not allowed a home run. The Blues wanted to bring Jamie Langenbrunner back next season, but at a reasonable rate. While negotiating with Langenbrunner, general manager Doug Armstrong cleared a potential logjam of third and fourth line forwards. On Tuesday, the Blues re-signed Langenbrunner to a 1-year contract extension and then traded B.J. Crombeen to Tampa Bay. Langenbrunner, who became an unrestricted free agent on July 1st, returns after signing a deal with a $1.25 million base salary and $250,000 in potential bonuses. He made $2.8 million last season. The re-signing by itself would have given the Blues 13 forwards on one-way contracts, 14 if Vladimir Tarasenko, who will be on the club's NHL roster, is included. Those numbers made Crombeen expendable. The Blues sent him and a 5th-round draft pick in 2014 to the Lightning for a 4th-round pick in 2013 and a 4th-round pick in 2014. And Mizzou's athletic teams are looking forward to taking on their new Southeastern Conference rivals. Everyone, that is, except the Tigers wrestling team. That's because no SEC school has a wrestling program, which has left the Tigers in limbo since the school announced the move to the SEC. But a solution appears to be on the horizon. Mizzou head coach Brian Smith says the team will most likely join the Western Wrestling Conference for a year and then examine the status of NCAA conference realignments. The complication of finding a conference home has less to do with the SEC than it does with the state of wrestling and the NCAA. With many schools changing conferences, some wrestling teams are left without a home since many conferences do not have the sport. And that's a look at sports. Fred and Dustin, back to you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin, we're halfway through the week, halfway through the month of July, almost. And weather-wise, are we halfway through seeing all the hot weather?
I don't think so. You know, we're on the better side of things. We're not seeing temperatures in the 100-degree marks. We're seeing temperatures in the low 90s, upper 80s, too. And we're also seeing a chance of thunderstorms. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Tomorrow we have a chance of thunderstorms. A better chance Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The chance for tomorrow, though, further south you go in southern parts of Missouri, we'll see a better chance. Now, temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s to lower 90s. But Monday and Tuesday, mid to upper 90s. So we're starting to warm up just a little bit. Next Wednesday, we're going to see a good chance of some showers and thunderstorms.
Well, we can certainly use it too. And we've still got the ban in Farmington on watering lawns. You're not supposed to do that. The aquifer is returning to a little bit better condition than what it was. So please don't water lawns. It's okay to water your gardens, water your shrubs, but don't water the lawns. It's an ordinance now that you can't do that. So if you do, that you could get a fine, plus it's not good for the entire water system. Okay? Folks, thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock with more. Until then, have a blessed evening, and God bless everyone.
We'll see you tonight at 10. Newswatch is next.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Here's what's coming up tonight on KDKZ 18.